Alright guys, Deluded Guna here. Arsenal 1, West Bromwich Albion nil. We end 2016 with a win. Let's get into it. Quite frankly, from an Arsenal fan's perspective, the thought of losing 3 games in a row does not sit well in my tummy. Any team that has ambitions of winning the league, that's not on. With us being in the festive period, there's not much in it. You see, if we win at best 6 point gap between us and Chelsea. If we lose or Chelsea take their points, it still stays at 9 points. If we win, we go level with Liverpool. Even if they play tomorrow, we're behind on goal difference, I believe. Put pressure on City, who play later, who can go ahead of us as well. So yeah, we need to win. We need to win fast. We've dropped points in 2 stupid games, but let's not talk about the 2 previous games. Let's talk about this one. We know we're gonna get against a Tony Pulis side. They're gonna be mentally switched on, defensively resilient, defensively switched on. They're gonna be compact. They're gonna impose themselves physically. They're gonna make the most of set pieces. Pulis's men are with 4 wins in the last 7 against teams like Leicester. They've lost against sides like Chelsea and United. But when I looked at these performances because I like to look at how they play against big teams whenever we face these sort of sides. They were resilient and they were very unlucky not to come away with nothing. It took both United and Chelsea quite a while to break down West Brom's. So that speaks volumes of their resilience. They sit 8th, they win, they can move up to 7th. I don't think Pulis has taken 3 points at the Emirates, so that's another bad hoodoo for him to put to bed. And every both sides just want to win on Boxing Day. Team news: Evans had fitness doubts. He played. Morrison made the bench for them. On our regards, no Ox, no Theo. Gab keeps his place because Mustafi's not around. Gibbs, who comes in from Montreal, has had a dip in form in recent weeks. Giroud gets his first Prem start, I believe, in the league. And we needed him against a physical side. Before the game, you'd look at it. You need someone to occupy their defenders. If we play Alexis through the middle, they might not necessarily have anything to do in the air, and it might make it easier for them to get for their teammates to get on the ball, and it might even allow the centre backs to get onto the ball more. But yeah, going into the game, that's what I expected. I also expected their wingers to be dangerous because I've seen Matt Phillips. He seems to be in great form. But yeah, let's get into it. First half, as expected, we dominate possession. We're zipping it. Jack has showing his excellent passing range of short and long range passes. He's dominating midfield. Ozil is getting on it. Bellerin is getting on it. Iwobi's involved in the intricate passes. And as you expect, we had the lion's share of possession against sides like this. West Brom did not come here to get anything. They came here for a point. They were time wasting at any percentage, any chance they had. They had 6 men in defence at all time. 10 men, 11 men, sorry, behind the ball. Rondon was quite invisible. That's probably why I said 10 men. He was invisible. He was constantly defending, having to track back. He had a decent little battle with Koscielny when he could, but it was isolated. Their wingers were pegged back quite a lot because of Bellerin and Gibbs. Gibbs had a lot of joy down the left. We were zipping it. We were dominating possession, and they were just frustrating us. They were keeping 2 banks of 4. They were staying compact. They weren't giving much space. There wasn't much space. It was quite a cagey match. And you could tell like this was just a blueprint to frustrate us and see how long it could last and if they could come away with anything. That being said, with Giroud on the pitch and us dominating possession, I felt we could have been a bit more direct, put balls into his head, early crosses, and give their defenders something to consider. Because I believe when we do these sideways passes and we're looking for ideas and we're going back, we're just allowing other teams to stay compact defensively, and we're not forcing any mistakes. We're not forcing any positional errors. We could have been a bit more ruthless. Could have had a bit more shots from range. First half, sorry, we didn't have many chances. We didn't create many clear-cut chances. Like I said, Giroud had a shot from range. Alexis had a shot from range. Iwobi had a couple in the earlier stages, but that's about it. That's not to say West Brom didn't trouble us. They hit us on the break. A decent cross from Nyom. Koscielny managed to clear it. 23rd minute, a decent corner. Like I said, I was nervous about set pieces. They're a bigger side than us as well, and they're a side who loves set pieces. Putting in crosses, Czech managed to be equal to the majority of it. But yeah, we didn't create anything. I'd say the latter stages of the second half, first half, I keep saying second half, first half, you could see gaps opening. You could see that this is going to be a case of how long can they keep this up and we have a chance of scoring. But yeah, there wasn't much in it. Iwobi had a chance in the 38th minute, shot was blocked. But yeah, they probably deserved to go into halftime at 0-0. We didn't really do anything to warrant going a goal in front. We created, we dominated, but there wasn't much, like I said, ruthless aggression play or anything like that. 0-0. Wenger must have told these boys at halftime, look, it's 80% possession to 20% possession. We have around 400 and I think it was 411 passes or something to their 100 and something passes. So we are dominating. They're frustrated. They're frustrating us. They don't know what they want to do. They're just here to get a point. We keep this up, they will tire, gaps will open, the game will open up as they eventually have to have a go for it and try and get something because they're gonna see we get tired as well. And that's exactly what happened. Second half, we went out there with a new attitude. We were a bit more aggressive. We're pressing from the front. We're a bit less lax in the pass. We're a bit more. There's a bit more intent in the pass. I felt Ozil. There was a bit more intent in his passes. Alexis was sharp. 49th minute, Alexis hit the post from our corner from us. He made some space for himself. Hit the post. Iwobi forced Foster from range to tip over the bar. Foster, for all his time wasting, had a very good game today for West Brom, and we could have scored earlier if it wasn't for him in the chances we had in the second half. We were dominating in the second half. We're getting inspired. I say the substitutions finally of Perez and Ramsey to come on change the game. Both of them players are a bit more adventurous. Perez was making runs that was opening up the gaps. Ramsey the same. And yeah, it looked like it was a case, like I keep saying in this video, of when, not if we were gonna score. Like they would camp, they just kept staying camped in their own half in the second half. They wasn't trying to have a go until roughly around the last 10 minutes. 70th minute, Czech failed to collect a corner. They blocked him off, managed to get fingertips to it. They were threatening from corners. Even that's all they were. That's all that was happening for them. Corners and set pieces, really. James McLean had a chance in the second half. That was about it. But yeah, like I said, we just kept pressing and pressing, and Alexis was having chances, and Perez had a decent chance. Xhaka went over the bar, and it looked like we were getting frustrated. And quite frankly, everyone in that stadium was frustrated, and it looked like we were gonna score. Like I said, West Brom just needed to tie her up. It was harsh on West Brom to concede a goal. I must admit, for all their work, for all their time wasting, for everything that went into it to lose that game. It's unfortunate, but yeah, the 86th minute. Bellerin ball into Ozil. Ozil has had a very good game today, in my opinion. Had a lot of critics. Games like this and games in the previous week before, he's been like people have been looking at him to be the source of inspiration, to be the one that sees us grind out results, and that's exactly what he did. Excellent ball over the top from Ozil. Lovely weight of pass. Towering header from Giroud. 86th minute. 1-0. Finally, better late than never. And yeah, we get the 3 points. We had a chance in the latter stage. Ramsey had 2 chances, in fact, in the latter stages. One, when it fell to him, I think it was the 92nd minute, couldn't decide what he wanted to do, tried to round the keeper. Don't know if he thinks it's his birthday, he can do these things or not. In keeper collects. Second opportunity he had, ball fell to him in the box. Just needs to put either side of the keeper, doesn't, goes straight into his hands. And on another day against a better opposition, who knows what happens. But in conclusion, I'm happy that we got 3 points. After the last few fixtures, we needed that. We could not lose a third game in a row. We put some pressure on Liverpool, who play tomorrow. Put some pressure on City, who play later. What else is there? We kept a clean sheet, which we haven't done in a while. So there's not much. I feel Iwobi had a good game. I feel Iwobi, like I said, he had a good game against City. I feel games like this, when it's caging, the team that we're playing doesn't want to give us much space, for want of a better word. Iwobi is a player because he dips the ball intricately, lovely weight of pass and things like that. Ozil had a good game. Alexis didn't have the best of games, but he was still at the thick of it and was frustrated and was one of the men that looked inspired for us and that was trying to take it to the opposition. But other than that, 2016 is over. It's been a mad year for Arsenal. All we can do is look to Palace on New Year's Day. It's your guy Giroud Strikes signing out. Hope everyone's had a good festive period and stay safe. Thank you for watching my videos as always.